Synagogues. Already there was belief in one God, so it was strategic in a way that they already had a connection with people in the synagogues. Synagogues also used Scripture. If you want to reach Gentiles, well, the Gentiles who believed in the one true God were most likely to be hanging out in synagogues, or even sometimes the one greatest God. If they believed that was the God of Israel, they would hang out in synagogues. There were also public discussion forums. For example, on the street, Acts 14:9, Paul appears to be preaching on the street. That was permitted back then. It was understood as something you could do back then. So that was one cultural forum that was available for this. Educated Christians tended to use that method more. You see that both educated and uneducated sometimes would signs and wonders would draw attention to the gospel. You have that with Peter, who's a fisherman, who may have had some education, but certainly not the level of Paul. And you see it with Paul. Apollos is educated. You don't have any signs and wonders recorded with him, just like you don't with John the Baptist. But nevertheless, Apollos is well-trained intellectually. So he, Stephen, and Paul emerge in these public debate settings where they can get people's attention that way. There were certain forums that were available for communication. Paul does that with philosophers. He's reasoning with philosophers who like to stand around and talk with each other about new concepts. So Paul's doing that in Acts 17:18. Then they bring him before the Areopagus, the city council, maybe about 100 people, and he's has an opportunity to present his case there. Acts chapter 19 and verse 9. Paul sets up a place for lectures in the school of Tyrannus. Apparently it looks something like a philosophic school. In Paul's day, when outsiders would look at Christianity, they wouldn't think of it usually as a religion.